Let me tell you about the messiest celebrity drama of the year. The streets are saying that Brat and Judy's relationship is on the rocks, and it's all because of some major allegations, the most shocking being that Judy may have been playing for both teams, if you catch my drift. But here's where things really get juicy. Was Judy just after Brat's fame and money the whole time? I mean, is it all just a big scheme? But wait, that's not all. Word on the streets is that Brat allegedly caught Judy red-handed getting intimate with a man. Y'all, I can't even begin to describe how messy this is, but hold on because the tea is about to get even hotter. Could this be the tip of the iceberg? Has Judy been living a double life all along? One minute, she's all lovey-dovey with Brat, and the next, she's sneaking around with some guy. Something just isn't adding up. And I'm starting to think there's way more to the story than meets the eye. Let's break it all down, shall we? Judy allegedly being caught with a man might be the least of her problems because fans are now speculating that her whole image, the successful businesswoman, the loving partner, could all be smoke and mirrors. Buckle up because this tea is about to get scalding hot. You'll think you know Judy? Well, let me tell you there's a whole lot more to her story than meets the eye. On the surface, Judy seems to be living her best life. She's the founder and CEO of Kaleidoscope Hair Products, which is making bank. We're talking about a company that rakes in close to $40 million, with products available at major retailers like Target, Walmart, and Sally Beauty. Don't even get me started on her Instagram following. Over 3 million followers, y'all. But here's the thing. Behind all that glitz and glamour, there's a whole lot of mess. Remember that saying, where there's smoke, there's fire? Well, in Judy's case, it might not just be smoke. Word on the streets is that 2 of Judy's hair salons mysteriously went up in flames. Coincidence? The streets are saying no. What makes it worse is that she allegedly received a nice fat check from the insurance company, leading people to believe that this might have been planned. And that's not even the worst of it, y'all. There's a tragic incident that some people have been talking about. A child tragically drowned in Judy's pool. Now, it's an accident, but instead of stepping up to take responsibility, Judy allegedly fought tooth and nail to avoid paying damages to the poor child's mother. And mind you, this isn't like Judy was hurting for cash. She's doing just fine financially. Now, let's talk about Judy's pattern of using people and then tossing them aside like yesterday's trash. Y'all remember Lil James, that adorable kid who went viral? Well, Judy saw dollar signs and used his newfound fame to promote her products. But once she got what she wanted, she allegedly dropped him faster than a hot potato. It gets worse though. The streets are saying that Judy's got a history of scamming people. Get this, she allegedly had her ex-girlfriend take the fall for one of her schemes. The poor girl ended up in prison while Judy walked free. And when the ex tried to tell her story and publish a book about what happened, Judy supposedly did everything in her power to shut it down. Now I know what y'all are thinking. How does someone get away with all of this? Well, it seems like Judy has a knack for manipulation that rivals her skills with hair products. She's been accused of twisting situations to her advantage time and time again. It's like she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. But if you think Judy's business schemes are wild, just wait until you hear about her love life. Was Brat just another piece in Judy's grand plan? The tea I'm about to spill might change everything you thought you knew about their relationship. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Back in 2017, Brat and Judy met at some fancy event for Judy's hair care company. It was like a fairy tale, right? 2 successful women falling head over heels for each other. They kept it on the down low for a while, but in March 2020, they finally went public with their relationship. Fast forward to February 2022, and these 2 got married in a lavish ceremony at the Horse Mansion in Fairburn, Georgia. Here's where things get interesting. Judy has been the one bringing home the big bucks in this relationship. Not to say that Brat was doing bad for herself, but let's be real. Judy's got that hair care empire. Word on the street is that this might have caused some tension because Brat, a whole rap legend, allegedly feels like she's been living in her wife's shadow. But hold up, there's more. In February 2023, they dropped a bombshell when they announced they were having a baby. They went through IVF using Judy's egg and some anonymous sperm donor. But here's the big question. Was all of this part of Judy's master plan? Think about it. Judy has this successful business, but what could be better publicity than being with a celebrity? And not just any celebrity, but Brat, a rap icon who's been private about her life for years. Some folks are saying that Judy might have seen Brat as her golden ticket. Not just for more money, though. Let's face it, Judy's not hurting for cash, but for fame, for attention, for that spotlight that Brat has been in for decades. And that baby, well, fans are saying it could be the ultimate insurance policy. Even if things go south with Brat, Judy has a permanent connection now. She's not just Brat's ex-wife or partner, she's the mother of Brat's child. That's a whole different level of celebrity association. Now, I'm not saying that Judy didn't have real feelings for Brat. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But when you look at the whole picture, the timing, the publicity, the baby, it's starting to look less like a love story and more like a business strategy. And the drama doesn't stop there. We've seen the lies, the cheating, the whole mess unfold. But the biggest question now is what's going to happen to that precious baby. The streets are saying that Brat is reportedly seeking primary custody of their son, True. Can you believe it? She's ready to go to war for that little one. But here's the thing. It's not going to be easy. Judy is the one who provided the egg for their baby, meaning she has that biological connection. But Brat carried the baby. So now we're all wondering, how's that going to play out in court? It seems like Brat might have an uphill battle before it even starts. But listen, being a mama is about more than just DNA. Word on the streets is that Judy's got 3 other kids she's not involved with and was allegedly a deadbeat. So fans are thinking that maybe Brat has a shot after all. I mean, if Judy's track record with her other kids is anything to go by, the judge might just side with Brat. Now, let's talk about that so-called marriage. Y'all remember that big fancy wedding at the Horse Mansion, right? Well, turns out it might not have been a legal marriage at all. There are whispers going around that it was more of a commitment ceremony than an actual legal marriage. So now, we're all left wondering, was this whole thing just one big publicity stunt? The streets are also saying that Brat is going through it. Can you imagine thinking you found your happily ever after only to find out it might all be a lie? That's got to be tough. This whole mess has the LGBTQ+ community talking, and they're all heated up about what this means for them. If Judy was just pretending to be gay for fame and money, that's a slap in the face to everyone who's fought so hard for acceptance. It's like she's playing with people's lives and identities just to get ahead. And let's not forget about little True in all of this. That baby is caught in the middle of a storm he didn't ask for. Brat's going to have to prove she's the best one to raise him, and the streets are convinced that Brat is going through it. This situation is just a mess, and it has me wondering, what on earth is going on in Hollywood? We're all out here rooting for these celebs, buying their products, following their love stories, and for what? To find out it might all be fake. Fans are commenting, and the drama is far from over. Stay tuned, because this story is just getting started. I'd always felt Judy was just capitalizing with Brat. Making her carry a biracial baby is nasty work. I'm not surprised at all. Everything about them was for show and unnatural, no shade, but I've seen Kaleidoscope on the clearance rack and CVS, and never did like Judy. She's treacherous. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and then be sure to check out the next video.